Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, this video today is inspired by a video made by my friend Ron Brown. He recently did a comparison of the DJI Mini 3 Pro and the DJI Mini 2. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm out on kind of an obscure part of the Boise River. I had to actually hike in here over some down trees, under some down trees, and anyway, it's out here a little ways. But it's a good spot. We can look at the fall foliage changing, take a look at the leaves, etc. I don't know exactly when I'm going to publish this video, so it may be a while from now, but it's the end of October right now. The leaves are changing. This is probably the last warm day that we're going to have all year. The sun is really intense right now. UAV forecast says it's 68 degrees, but I can tell you in the direct sun, it feels a lot warmer than that. It feels downright hot. And this is probably the last shirt sleeve day that we're going to have until next spring. The weather's supposed to turn cold this weekend. That's why I'm getting out here trying to get some flights in. But again, let's focus on the Mini 3 and the Mini 2. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to use the DJI RC, obviously, to fly the Mini 3 Pro, and the RCN1 controller to fly the Mini 2. So we can kind of get an idea of how well the connection is, the penetration is. This guy is on OS2, OcuSync 2, and this guy is on OcuSync 3. So let's see if we can tell any differences. And then furthermore, we're going to shoot both of them in 4K 30 frames per second and just look at the difference in quality of the video. So really, mostly that's about it. We already know that there's a big performance advantage with the Mini 3 in a lot of different ways. But again, for many people, the Mini 2 is really all the drone they need, and it's half the cost. So that's what we're kind of weighing out here. You can look at the video, and when I do the conclusion, I'll put both, I'll run both videos side by side up above so that you can kind of look at them side by side. Although what I'm going to tell you is really, you want to look at them full screen. So you can look at, you'll have plenty of opportunity to see this guy full screen and the Mini 2 full screen as well. So let's start off with the Mini 2, and then we'll fly the Mini 3. Let's quit messing around. Let's get these birds in the air. Okay, I moved the Action 2 camera kind of in the shade here. The sun out there is pretty intense. Like I said, the thermometer only says 68 degrees, but let me tell you, that sun is very intense. Yeah, let's take a look here. I'm going to go back to the startup screen. Yeah, it's not asking for any kind of updates, so we're going to click on Go Fly. Take a quick look at our I'm going to set that return to home altitude up there. 41 meters is good. I was looking for the obstacle avoidance to make sure it was on bypass, but yeah, this drone doesn't have that. So anyway, let's look at the IMU is normal, the compass is normal. Battery looks good, 4.26 volts. I was kind of thrown there for a second by not seeing that obstacle avoidance screen. So anyway, we're good to go. We've got a screen recorded started. Let's go ahead. Let's do an auto takeoff. So I'm going to do that on the app. And there's that little Mini 2 up in the air. We'll bring it in. We'll just turn it around and bring it into us here. Grabbed a little altitude, bring it in front of the camera here so you can take a look. I just wanted to take off in a nice open spot there, you know, no trees or anything that are going to get in the way. Cool thing about this guy is you can get it nice and close because there are no obstacle avoidance sensors, right? Okay, so let's do our droney. First thing, I'm kind of pointing it off to a little bit of a gap here. Let me drop the camera down. This thing is just a pleasure to fly, as all DJI drones tend to be. Okay, reverse it up now, reverse and up. And we're gonna click way up on that up stick. We got some trees behind us, and I am looking at the drone to make sure I am above those trees, and I am. You're gonna see them go by here in a second. I'm continuing to click up there. I'm paranoid. Hey, okay guys, I've got a little bit of an embarrassing admission to make here. You saw me go through the safety menu and so forth. I did most of that of a flight, and then I realized I had not started recording. So we've got, and I was going to switch out batteries. I realized my other battery is back at the truck. I'm not going to hike back there to get it. So we've got 38% battery here, and we're just going to go a little ways upriver here and try this out. So both sticks down and in, and I'm going to go back up in the air, and we're going to start recording now. So we are officially recording. And I'm going to go straight up. I'll show you, you will have already seen the droney and so forth, and I'll show you that on the screen recording. But now we're going to go back up to, I think, well, we're at about 25 meters here. Let's go upriver here. And I think we're there's some trees that could reach out and touch us here, so we're going to be careful. I'm going to kick it on up to 30 meters here. 29, 30 meters. If you look off there on the left, you can see the parking spot where I've got my Tahoe parked at. And I don't know if we're going to make it back that far on this much battery, but I'm going to tell you, I made it out about a kilometer with this guy with OcuSync 2, and in fact, if we don't make it out that far on this battery and back, and we may not because of boy, I'm going to grab some altitude there. That tree looked like it was going to reach out and grab me. So 32 meters high, and we're getting back to the main part of the river here. We'll see if we can do it. And I'm pointing towards the drone with the RC, but it looks like we definitely, yeah, 30% battery. I don't know if we're going to make it out that kilometer that I did earlier, but we're going to sure give it a shot here. Going upriver. Again, we're at about 33 meters here, so we're well above the trees. Hey, we might make it. So anyway, I will do this same flight with the Mini 3, and you can compare the video. I may or may not show you the whole screen recording that I did. Probably not. I'll probably show you some bits and pieces of it. And I'm kind of taking a circuitous route over the river out here to get to that kilometer. And yeah, well, I'm starting to get some little image. In fact, we are, yeah, it's wanting to come home. So we're just going to let it go and return to home. We made it about 925 meters. So that's what I will go with the, that's what I'll do with the Mini 3. But I'm going to tell you, I made it out a kilometer earlier, but it was nip and tuck. I was starting to lose signal. And I'm seeing a little bit of a tilted horizon. So it's taking a direct route back. And look, it's not following the river. Well, we'll do the same thing then with the Mini 3, so you can kind of see where I'm at. So that road that you're looking at down there is called Midland Road. Well, no, it's a little bit further down here, and that's where I'm parked at. So it's kind of interesting. In return to home, it took the direct route. Yeah, low battery, 20%. Man, it's really squawking. Well, I apologize. If I'd have had my other battery with me, I'd have just redone that whole flight. And I also apologize for not having the thing recording. But anyway, you'll get to see some video from this guy on a nice day. So we're coming back. You can see where I'm standing down there, and that's me lowering the gimbal down. And we'll see. You know, we'll probably have to cancel return to home here to get on the landing pad. We're kind of, cloud came over. It feels kind of good right now. It was awful hot there in the direct sunlight. So let's see how close it gets here. And I had that. I'm trying to remember what I had the return to home height at. I think I had it at 41 meters. Definitely wanted to clear all these trees. And is it starting to come down? Yeah, now it is. And it's a ways off of the landing pad, but let's see. It's starting to home in on it a little bit here. I'll as it gets slower, I'll cancel that. Yeah, it's coming down. Let's cancel that. And we'll bring it in for a landing here. And it's telling, I'm going to switch it into cine mode. It's telling us that it wants to land for sure. That's almost right over the center. Trying to bring it over. A little bit further forward. There we go. Let's drop it down. It should pick up the camera. See my backpack there? And we're on the pad. Okay, gosh, only a 5-minute record, a little over 5-minute recording there, and it's on low battery. That's embarrassing. But anyway, we did get some video, so you'll be able to see it. And I'll take that exact same route with the Mini 3, and we'll be able to compare them side by side. Okie dokie, we've got a little cloud cover right now, which feels good. It's much cooler than that direct sun. So, I mean, take that into consideration when we're looking at the video. I think we had more sunlight with the Mini 2 than we're going to have with the Mini 3, but that's okay. Again, let's take a look at the safety menu, and there's that obstacle avoidance, and we are indeed on bypass. I like that. And yeah, we're already at 41 meters return to home altitude. That's plenty. Max distance, there's no way we're going to go over 4.75 kilometers, so we're good there. And compass is normal, IMU is normal. I always look at the battery, but I think that's a little bit superfluous. It's good. And this time I am going to remember to start recording, and again we're in 4K 30, so let's start recording. And on this guy you're going to be able to see our droney. Rather than just the screen recording, you're going to get to see the video as well. So there it's taking off, and of course the first thing you hear with this guy with the obstacle avoidance is you know, all the squawking, because there's so much stuff around us here. But let's bring it in here as much as we can. And the cool thing about this guy, I guess, you know, I was telling you how convenient it is on the other drone that you can get it close to the camera. This guy, one thing about it is you don't have to worry about it running into anything. So there you can see how that gimbal works there. And yeah, let's quit messing around with that. I'm dropping the camera down. Let's do our droney. And I think we went out about 250 meters. So let's do that. Reverse and up now, reverse and up. And definitely hit way up on the up stick, because just like with the other drone, I want to make more than sure that I clear all those trees. And I'm looking at the drone, and what's interesting that I can tell you about this guy is that, you know, and we're closer, you know, oops, sorry about that. That was me hitting that yaw stick. We are higher above those trees than it looks in this picture. I mean, I was watching the drone go over the top of them. Better safe than sorry, though. I would rather get a little altitude rather than run into a tree. So anyway, there is our droney, and I'll just kind of do a little bit of a yaw around so you can see some of what I saw with the Mini 2, although you're only going to see it on the screen recording with the Mini 2. And we took a look at that little spot over there. We're going to have plenty of battery, so when we finish our run upriver, I'll throw some bonus footage of this guy kind of looking around here. Okay, let's get back to the river, to where I am at. And one thing that I've noticed is without a cell connection, I am looking at, so I can see where my home point is, and that's correct, but I'm not getting the icon of the drone on here. So that is a disadvantage of the DJI RC. In fact, let's bring it down here, and we're going to do, because I want to do exactly the same flight that we did with the Mini 2. And I think we started out at about 20 meters high over the river. So here's the little drone coming down to us. I'm watching it here. And it's what's weird is, you know, it looks closer as you look at those bushes down there. Trust me, the drone is way above them. It looks a lot closer on screen than it really is. So let's get out over the river here. And this is just kind of a branch. There's kind of a little island. So off to the left of us here, that's kind of a little island. And I think we were up about 20 meters high with the Mini 2 when we went down here. So let's get up. I think we started at about 20 meters high. Something like that. We're at 23 here now. That's not going to make any big difference. Then I think ultimately we ended up about 30 meters high, didn't we? So let's go ahead and kick it up. And, you know, one of the things I'm going to tell you, you know, I told you about a disadvantage with this controller. One of the advantages is how much clearer I can see the screen. Again, off to the right there, you're going to see where my Tahoe is parked. I see there's a pickup parked there now. But we're just going to go over the top. And I just think it's interesting in this spot right here that you can't really see the river. It's obscured by the trees. So we'll keep moving forward till we see water again. And this is the part I think where I gained some altitude. Make sure we clear the trees, because I think we were about 33 meters high with the other drone. We're at 35 now, so that's good. Boy, I'm having all kinds of ladybugs land on me while I'm standing here. I don't know what it is they like about my t-shirt here, but they definitely like it. So yeah, we're 550 meters upriver, and I'm pointing towards the drone, and I did already see a little bit of I saw a stutter on FPV. Man, the colors are beautiful, aren't they? Man, I mean, I'm just looking at the FPV feed here, and boy, the colors are beautiful. So we're almost as far as we were with the little Mini 2 here. We're at 800 meters here. And I think, I'm trying to remember, I think we got a little over, wasn't it a little over 900 meters? Yeah, and you know what? I'm getting that same, just about the same. I'm getting the weak signal. Yeah, and I see I've raised altitude here. So yeah, it's in the red. My gauge is in the red now. We may not make it as far as we did with the Mini 2. Yeah, 950 meters. Let's see if we can get out to a kilometer. I did get to a kilometer with the Mini 2, and yeah, we're over a kilometer. But you know, the problem with that is you're not, the FPV was breaking up so bad that I couldn't see anything. So I just hit the yaw stick. I'm getting, you know, my FPV feed is frozen. So let's see what happens here. See if maybe it'll go, if it could already be into, yeah, no transmission. So it's going into return to home. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that. We're going to let it do it. And we're going to let it do return to home just like we did with the Mini 2. So let's just see. Yeah, I'm going to confirm. Yeah, it asked me that again. So hopefully the drone got the signal. like I said, we are right at the edge where where it probably can't. Yeah, and I am not seeing any movement at all. And I'm looking at the telemetry. I'm not seeing anything on telemetry. I'm going to hit return to home on the controller. Well, let's do that one more time. Confirm. And it's, yeah, let's hit return to home. And hopefully it took it that time. Yeah, I think at least it's saying so. I'm not seeing telemetry yet. Yeah, now we are. Telemetry's starting to move, so it's coming back to us. So we were right on the edge where it was going in and out of signal there. Yeah, so this is going to take the same path that the little Mini 2 did, although it looks to me like we kind of got signal back a little bit sooner. And yeah, that 41 meters high, look, we're going over these trees. I'm glad I'm at 41 meters high. Look at that. Yeah, you know, to be on the safe side, you might have wanted to have even been a little bit higher than that. So I just have the regular battery in this guy, and man, you really get a lot of flight time with it. We've been in the air for I don't know, almost 9 minutes now. And here we come, and there you can see Midland Road, where you can see my truck parked at the end of that there. And it's taken that direct route back to us. It almost looks like it's coming at a little bit of an angle. I don't know. Is it? And in fact, I'm seeing a little bit of a tilted horizon too. And there's not that much wind. In fact, it's certainly at a little bit of an angle. There we are, right there. Yeah, and you saw that camera kind of jig around a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it looked to me like it was at a little bit of an angle. And look at how far it's overshooting us. Yeah, we don't want that sucker to land in the river. Well, now it's kind of coming back. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming back to us now. I'm going to cancel. So I canceled there. We didn't want it to land in that bush. Let's throw it in cine mode, back it up a little bit. Two things I noticed there with this guy. I mean, we really had a crooked horizon, and it seemed to me that it was, you know, that it was kind of crabbing. It was at, the head of the drone was at a little bit of an angle to where we're at, so that's kind of interesting. I've never seen that with this drone before. And I don't know, you guys look at it and see if that was just my imagination or what, but it sure didn't seem like the head of the drone was directly back to us. So it looks like we're right over the landing pad. Let's pull straight down on the stick. No, it's not going to quite make it, is it? Let's go up a little bit. Move over just a tad more. It's funny how it kind of moves around. Forward just a little. And straight down. Yeah, we're going to be on the pad there. Okay, we're all on the pad. Okay, I'm going to stop recording. Hey, okay, let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay guys, the DJI Mini 2 and the DJI Mini 3 Pro, just a quick comparison inspired by the video that my friend Ron Brown did. We took him over the Boise River here, a little bit a different part of the Boise River than you usually see. This is kind of a cool spot. I'll probably come out here more often and do some different things. However, range-wise, the difference between the RCN1 controller with the Mini 2 and the DJI RC with the Mini 3, it was about the same. I could see no difference. Now understand that we're kind of shooting through foliage here and stuff, and that's really tough for any connection. But we got out there, I mean, as far as you're going to want to fly, really, so no complaints there. But it's interesting to see OcuSync 2 on this guy, OcuSync 3 on this one. The other thing that kind of stood out to me was with the Mini 3, when it came into return to home, and you guys saw it on the screen, the camera was a little odd. We had a little bit of a tilted horizon, and it looked like it was kind of crabbing a little bit as it came by. So it could have been the camera just looking off to the left a little bit, and it came right back to us. So I think there was something going on with this gimbal on this guy on that return to home. And you saw when I pointed it down, it kind of moved around a little bit, and then it straightened out and it was fine. So there was definitely something odd going on there that I have never seen before with this guy. So just worth noting. In any case, I guess that's about it. You guys will have been looking at the video above me of the two of them side by side, so you can compare the video quality, and I'm quite sure this, the Mini 3 with a little bit bigger sensor and a little bit more advanced technology is going to look better, although the Mini 2, I'm sure, also looks quite good. And the reason to do this comparison, and I think my friend Ron Brown said it as well, there's a lot of people out there that don't need all the capabilities that the Mini 3 has. I think I was, with the DJI RC, I think I was a little over $1,000 buying the package I bought. And then with this guy, and by the way, I got the Fly More kit with it. So like I said, when it was all together, I think it was like $1,063, something like that. The Fly More package for this guy, I think, is $600, so that's 3 batteries, that's the whole shebang, the whole shooting match. And I've seen it on sale as low as $500, and even a couple times lower than that. So again, decide what you need capabilities wise. I think we've proven range, they're about the same. The quality of video is mainly where you're going to see the difference, and the feature package between the two drones. This guy will do tracking, has obstacle avoidance, etc., and master shots and a few different things that the Mini 2 does not. So there you can make up your mind. Both of them valid products, both of them great drones, and I always just have a lot of fun flying both of them. So yeah, I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I really do appreciate you taking a look at this video. And yeah, of course, we will see you on the next one. Bye now. Okay, a little bonus content here. I'm going to show you the trek that it took to get out to where I did a couple of recent flights. Well, we'll put this on the end of the Mini comparison between the Mini 3 and the Mini 2, and I'm walking back to the truck, and you'll see just a little bit of what I had to hike through to get down in here. I'm not going to say it was terribly arduous, but it's something for an old guy like me. There's lots of roots in the trail, etc., that you got to watch out for. Walking under some fallen trees, and yeah, this one isn't much, but there's some other ones up here that we had to go over. And this is just, worn trails that people have made trying to get down and through the river here. So, like I said, for an old guy like me, it's definitely an obstacle course. So, yeah. Here's a big old fallen tree that I know this was not here the last time I came out. And it's definitely, no doubt the wind knocked it over. Old man over the top. And over the river and through the woods. And underneath this guy, as we kind of go up, a couple of them here. This one's even lower yet. no problem. Out into a little open area, and we're nearly back to the truck. One more obstacle here to get over, and you can hear the water running. You guys are probably taking bets, you know, on whether I'll fall in or not. I made the jump from the other side to here, but it's kind of downhill. So this side is kind of uphill. So I'm not too certain that I won't get wet here. There's a little piece of wood here that I could probably step on, and yeah, oh, very nearly. I got a little bit wet there, but not too bad. You know, when you're a kid, when I was a young guy, I would have leapt over that no problem. And I probably could have done it this time too, but you're just more cautious as you get older. Anyway, you can have a good laugh over that one. Here we are, we're seeing a guy here fishing with his dog. How you doing? Good. So, yeah, just about back to the truck here. So, a lot of folks, I think that's kind of one of the main activities here is fishing. And, you know, he found a nice spot there, put the chair out, got the dog. I've actually flown from that location before. Boy, he's got a nice looking old Yukon. It's cherry. GMT 400 Yukon, and that thing looks like new. Okay, that's about it. Let me get everything put away. Hey, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of bonus content. We'll see you on the next one.